Boom! Let's get it on. Super Rugby Pacific Week 2 review. Let's go! Welcome back to Boom Rugby for your rugby facts, insights and also reviews. Just 3 teams that remain unbeaten. Crusaders, Brumbies and also Queensland Reds. And they sit on top of the table in Week 2. Before we go on to this week's game, let's do some recap. We are yet to see Moana Pacifica play since last week's game was postponed, hoping to see them get their gears going this weekend. It was a harsh condition in New South Wales and the Reds fought hard to win over Waratahs 20-16. It was not a great display from the Crusaders, but it's the mark of a true champion when they leave it late to win over the Highlanders 34-19. Rebels were clueless in the last game and Western Force did their basics right and they win 28-3. The Brumbies was superior against the hard defense of Fijian Drua and they scored 7 tries to win 42-3. And last but not least, the most exciting game of the week was Blues versus Hurricanes, where the Blues blew a huge lead and lost 33-32 to the Hurricanes. Before we move on, if you like my content, don't forget to like this video, and if you haven't subscribed, tackle the subscribe button now! I only want to talk about one game this week and then we go on to the players that I picked for this week. Blues versus Hurricanes. It was a fantastic game. You had it all. Great open plays, a massive defensive effort from both teams, and also the comeback from Hurricanes. It shows that they won it all. And there's something that they talk about inside the Hurricane shed during the halftime that knocked some senses to the boys. Well, let's talk about the game. The Blues look like they are in control and the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman champions are most likely to dominate the game. The Blues dominated possession and territory for the first 60 minutes of the game and the Hurricanes missed like almost 30 tackles. Blues were making plays all around because they had the ball. They won kicks, set pieces, scrums. Midfield partnership of Roger Tuivasa-Shack and also Rico Ione really break the Hurricanes defense even when they had Julian Savia there. Blues had a huge lead and they thought that they will bag their first win. The last 10 minutes are one of the most exciting rugby I watched for a while. You can see that the Hurricanes are starting to use their backs more in attack, not only static phases from their forwards, which they did a lot in the game. Ruben Love came in and he has quick feet and his passes are fast, which really helps on their attack. It was a shocker that the Hurricanes can pull off a comeback, and who was at the wing? Adi Savia with 50-meter run to the try line, which even Mark Telea can't catch him.
Incredible stuff!
That was just an awesome game. Let's hope that we have more exciting games on the coming weeks of the Super Rugby Pacific. Maybe from the Australian teams or maybe Moana Pacifica as they will face Crusaders this weekend. Alright, let's move on my pick of the players for the week. This week is a bit special because I picked youngsters that maybe could be one of the potential superstars in the future. First, we have the Blues flanker, Adrian Choat. The 24-year-old flanker is a backup for Dutton Papali'i. And when he got his chance to play, he performs. He was solid in attack and defense and he tops the tackle chart with 20 to his name in that game. Next, the 20-year-old German-born Tasman Mako player, Anton Segner. A lot has been talked about him and his debut was not great, but he showed some potential. We can really gauge his ability if we can see him on the field longer in the coming weeks. He was in on the 64th minute, got one great line-out and was quiet for the rest of the game. He is in my list because of his Super Rugby debut. Number 3 is 23-year-old Bailyn Sullivan from the Hurricanes, the older brother of Blues fullback Zane Sullivan. His Super Rugby debut was with the Chiefs 3 years ago. During the off-season, he moved to Wellington to be with the Hurricanes and he was impressive in the midfield. He sets up 2 tries, the clever grabber to Wes Goosen, and then during the last minute, he fend off Roger Tuivasa-Shack and made a beautiful pass to Adi Savia to finish off the night. Jason Holland would have a hard time to pick his midfield when Billy Proctor is back from injury. Maybe most of you haven't heard of him, but my number 4 pick is Reesjan Pasitoa, the Western Force 20-year-old fly half. He's young, he's hungry and ready to take on the big boys. Grew up in Perth, but he signed for the Brumbies as a 17-year-old. Having Noah Lelesio at the helm, he left Canberra for the Western Force searching for more game time. He has the triple threat of a great fly half in the making. He can run, pass and kick. Tim Horan said that he needs to be in the Wallabies this year, but I don't agree. As what we saw with Noah Lelesio 2 years back, he cracked under pressure against the All Blacks. Let Pasitoa play a season or two first. He will come around. I'm keeping my eyes on Reesjan Pasitoa to see him grow in the game. Okay, last but not least, I really want to talk about him, Roger Tuivasa-Shack. It was all about him last week and he really bring it on. It was like seeing Sonny Bill Williams again back on the field with his offloads, passes and run breaks. RTS looked like he fits well in his new rugby coat and it will be fun to watch him play for the rest of the season. Well, he did miss a tackle on Bailyn and caused the Blues the win. Things happen, bro.
Tuivasa-Shack stepping his way through.
So I think that's all from me. Don't forget to like this video, and if you haven't subscribed, tackle the subscribe button and hit the bell button to get notified. Till my next video, boom!